Okay, so this is the beginning of the patch pocket. And since I used my phone as my template, I can't really show you guys how I outlined it because all I did was lay my phone down and that was my template. But as you can see, I took a piece of yarn and just did a running stitch kind of sloppy thing here, like around the phone. Now it's very important for this patch pocket that you keep all in the same row on your sides, and down at the bottom you make sure that you're in the same row on your stitches too, so it's nice and even. But that's how I laid out my template and my outline. So with the knit side facing you, you're going to start hanging stitches along the outline you made at the bottom of the pocket. You also want to make sure that that pocket is facing you where you can see the sides of the outline also, because you're going to, of course, need to go down those sides as you knit to form the pocket and follow your template. But that's all you do to get started. Just follow that outline you've already made. So once you've completed that corner to corner, just pull out the needles, make sure your work is secure, push it back really nice. You can put weights on it if you think your machine needs it. This was a pretty heavy cardigan, so I didn't, and knit one row. Okay, I also want to say here, you want to make sure you've got a clip on your yarn tail for the pocket so it doesn't slip or stretch out really bad. Find where your outline is, and opposite of the carriage, you're going to pick up both sides of the stitch and knit one row. Then again, opposite the carriage, you're going to pick up both sides of that stitch and knit one row. And now you're just going to pick up one side of the stitch. I pick up the far side of the stitch, the row I'm following, and I'm just picking up now every other stitch also. I need to mention that, sorry. So you're going to skip down a stitch and just pick up one side. And it's really hard sometimes to make sure that you're not just picking up a stitch that you've already put up there, already hung, and it's just kind of stretched out. So you want to make sure you're grabbing a different stitch. I put a little weight on mine there. And I'm skipping a stitch and picking it up and knitting a row, and you just keep doing that. It's actually a pretty quick process. And I'm sorry, my arm keeps getting in the way. I don't know how else to really film that since I don't have like a GoPro like headband or something. But hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Making sure I'm not getting the same stitch, skipping a stitch, and picking up one side of the stitch, staying in my row that I've outlined, and hanging and knitting a row. And you just do that until you get to the end of your outline where you wanted to stop your pocket. I think it took me maybe 20 minutes total to make a pocket when I'm not, of course, doing a video, because that takes way longer. But it's really quick, easy going. Here I am at the end of my outline. So I'm just going to now pull out all the needles and I'm going to crochet cast off. You can also cast off with some waste yarn and do some kind of, cute fancy crochet edge if you want to. Of course, if you do an edge that extends, you just have to sew it down and it's not a big deal. You can also do a hung hem. You can, do some ribbing. There's so much you can do to top off your little pocket. This is just something quick and easy, and of course that crochet cast off leaves such a nice neat edge anyway. That's what I'm doing here. I hope you find this video super helpful, and if you're like looking to add a little pocket just to carry some keys around, your dog treats, if you're walking your dog, that's what I do a lot. I have to have a pocket for my dog treats. Phone, whatever. It's just a really nice little way to quickly add a pocket to any cardigan or sweater. Now the only thing I've got left to do is secure the top edges with a few yarn stitches, and it's all done.